What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video, we will be going over all of the NXT takeovers plus the NXT Halloween Havoc and NXT's The Great American Bash, and putting them in a tier list between the categories God tier, alright but could have been better, meh, had full potential but got ruined, and just utter garbage. But before we get into today's video, I just want to make sure that you guys make sure that you have subscribed to the channel with post notifications turned on. And once you do those two things, comment down below done, and maybe in next videos you will get a post notification shout out. Now, let's get into today's video. Now, let's start by talking about NXT TakeOver Portland. Nothing to talk about it, but it was God tier potential. God tier potential. NXT TakeOver Portland was amazing from top to bottom. I loved every single match on that card, and it was just an amazing pay-per-view or amazing takeover. Now let's talk about NXT TakeOver in Your House. TakeOver in Your House had its goods, had its bads. We had Keith Lee versus Johnny Gargano. We had Karrion Kross versus Tommaso Ciampa. We had... Did we have Io Shirai versus... You know what, guys? I'm going to put TakeOver in Your House in meh. And I think I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. But I'm going to put it in meh just because there's only a couple matches that I remember that's on that card. And even though it was an amazing pay-per-view... Oh, that's right. Io Shirai won the women's title. It was the triple threat match. You know what? I'm going to put it in... Yeah, I'll keep it in meh. I'll keep it in meh. Just because it had its moments, and it had its moments, and it had its bad moments, and that's why I'm putting it in meh. The next pay-per-view or takeover, maybe not even a takeover, it wasn't even a takeover, it was an NXT event. It was the NXT Great American Bash. And Great American Bash, it had its great and it had its goods and it had its bads, but just for Keith Lee's double champion win, I'm gonna put it in meh as well. I'm gonna put it in meh as well. Because, to be honest, the only thing that I remember from that card is Keith Lee versus Adam Cole for both NXT and North American Championships, and Keith Lee winning both championships. So that's why I'm putting it in meh. Next pay-per-view, next takeover was NXT TakeOver 30, and TakeOver 30 was kind of good. Karrion Kross beating Keith Lee for the belt. Io Shirai retaining her women's championship. Pat McAfee. You know what? I think NXT TakeOver 30 deserves a God tier. Not greater than NXT TakeOver Portland, but I think it still deserves a God tier. Let's talk about NXT TakeOver 31. 31, I think... What was on the card? We had 5 matches on the card. I think it's good. It was good. It was a good it was a good takeover, but could have been better by adding a NXT championship match. NXT Tag Team Championship match. Like the Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly was amazing. And all of the other matches were amazing as well. But if they just added one more match, I would have been putting it in God tier. But it would have... I could put it in God tier but I really did want a tag team match on that pay-per-view, tag team title match, but it is what it is. So that's why I'm putting it in alright, but could have been better. Now, the next NXT event was NXT Halloween Havoc. No doubt about it, this event has to go in God tier. It was just amazing from top to bottom, and I was just talking to one of my friends about it, and I told him that this event it should have been a takeover. It was great from top to bottom. I really enjoyed it with Johnny Gargano winning the North American Championship again from those ladder matches. And may I just add, I'm a fan of the way Johnny Gargano's gimmick with Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, and Austin Theory. I like the way. So NXT's Halloween Havoc deserves God tier. And the last pay-per-view, or the last takeover of 2020, NXT TakeOver War Games, or NXT TakeOver War Games. There's nothing to say about it. It deserves a God tier 100%. I really loved War Games. I think War Games is better than Portland, to be honest. Portland, I'll just put it here by now. But I think NXT TakeOver War Games is the best takeover of 2020. No doubt about it. After TakeOver War Games, I think I'm gonna put Portland at runners up, and then NXT TakeOver 30. You know what, guys? I think I'll put NXT TakeOver 30 in May. I mean, it had its goods, it had its bads. Pat McAfee debuting, and Karrion Kross winning the title. But other than Pat McAfee debuting and Karrion Kross winning the title, I don't remember anything else that happened on the pay-per-view except for Io Shirai's win. That's it. So that's why I'm putting it in Meh. And God tiers is NXT TakeOver War Games deserves God tier number 1. Portland absolutely deserves a God tier. And NXT's Halloween Havoc 100% deserves a God tier. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you would like to do this for yourselves, I'm going to be putting this link in the bio, so if you guys want to try it out for yourselves. And just remember, we all have our opinions. Just give me credit in your video, because I am the one that created this tier list. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on your post notifications bell because you don't want to miss any of my videos. And I'll see you guys in my next video. But until then, see you guys later. Peace.